Okay, time to get out of here. Next place to go. So look around the corner.
Nonsense, dear. Just send down one of our most capable assistants.
What about the cult? You crazy old wizard!
Need to go over here for a book. Not the book I was looking for. There it is. Alright. Letter to Verilia? Over here. Nothing good. Now... let's go get that. Okay, Bear, you take care of him. I'll get this. Got that. Get this on the way to Relka. Not interested. Thanks. Look. Come on, backpack. Why can't I search the backpack? There we go. Alright, over to Relka. Nothing of use. Okay. Let's sell stuff here.
High elf cooking.
Okay. Oops, I forgot to repair.
High elf cooking.
Alright. Continue on. Stable Master, I do need to talk to... And I need to do my trade skills, which are over there, it looks like. And the other board is this way. Okay. Enchanter table. Let's get rid of all these. Create this. Looks like jewelry's upstairs. Or not. Bookshelf. Nightstand? Okay, let's just go. You missed it. It's
Can you
literally
believe
right
there was
here.
a spy in the Thalmor at Woodhouse?
Okay. Construct that. Where's the alchemy? Table. There's woodworking. Still don't see an alchemy table. Woodworking. That's weird. Merchant. Wait, there's the alchemy sign. Here it is. Okay. Carpenter. And rest of them are this way. Decon those. Craft. Clothier. Gotta be somewhere. Actually, I'm gonna take a quick bio break. I'll be right back. I'm back, and apparently thanks Stream Elements for telling me I'm live. You're a little late. But thanks anyway. Alright, let's craft these, and then all I have to do is find a cooking thing. Okay, so where's the inn? Straight ahead. Do 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 do. Oh, thank you, Smokey. Yeah, Stream Elements is clearly a little late. Oh, I was just gonna check and see what was in there, but no. Where is the... Oh god, that bard is bad. I know there's a... Here it is. That's painful. Red rye beer. Oh, Smokey,
Have
I
you
did...
heard? Some bandits looted a temple of Arche in Cyrodiil.
That NPC scared the crap out of me. I, like, jump scared.
Word is they're holed up in Fort Sphinxmoth, far to the
Oh,
north.
yeah, shush. Anyways, last night I wasn't feeling 100% and I really didn't feel like cooking. So I had Bruges cook by himself. And he did it perfectly. It was so good. I am so proud of him. It was amazing. I mean, it included having to do a roux and everything. And he was just like, are you sure I can do this? I'm like, yeah, I think you're good now. I was so proud of him. And it was super tasty too. He was convinced that it looked awful, so he refused to take a picture of it. But he cooked it all by himself. Considering he was not allowed in the kitchen as a kid, I am super impressed. That's just in the last few weeks that he's been learning, and I am very, very proud of him. It was a cheesy cauliflower bake that you had to make a roux to make the sauce, and a spinach salad with orange slices, and he had to make the vinaigrette, and it had crushed almonds on it as well. The only thing I did was crush the almonds. Every single thing else was done by him.
And finally, knocking over the cart of Atreus the merchant while attempting to avoid capture.
So I am absolutely very...
Hello. Unfortunately, I have...
What?
So I am very impressed with what he did. And it was so good. That is definitely one that I would 100% order again. Okay, so... got all of that done. We need to talk to the Moon Priest. And we need to go talk to Aleph for that. Matt Felast is up there. Aleph is over there. So we could do either. Let's go do Aleph first. Hello, Aleph.
It is good Berah found you, comrade. The bright moon, the
Okay,
council.
I've done this quest a few times before. Bookshelf. Portal to the Earth Forge. And the end of the tale. Oh, being the worst critic, I absolutely
Seems like we were just
appreciate that one, yes. Oh,
By
it's
forge and
empty.
fire we prep
Oh, Merrick,
for
stop singing.
war.
Please.
Ah, you hear Merrick there at the
Please
forge.
stop singing,
He has
Merrick.
already begun.
With war in our eyes, we ready to die.
Merrick. Seriously.
With death in hand, we bear our blades.
Oh, jeez, buddy.
It is a difficult task we undertake today. To hunt a comrade.
By Stendar's blade, we will settle the score.
Just looking around, guys. Don't mind me. There might be loot. Oh, that backpack's empty. I hate empty backpacks. It's just cruel. Are you done singing now, please?
My work here is nearly complete. I believe, no doubt, Aleph has a plan. She thinks color. The one bright spot in the room. The prismatic weapon. I can forge it in any form you
We'll do a
desire.
great sword.
A fine choice.
Let us summon our old friend. He will know where his murderer hides.
Damn it, cat. Can't you let an old ghost be at peace?
Not just yet, old Nord. Aleph has one more question for you. Where is
No, I
Caesar
cannot.
Colors?
I cannot
Where
tell
does
you.
she hide?
He holds me bound.
Tell Aleph, or she will show you what it means to be bound.
She sought out the Mortu Vivicus. It's in the halls of submission. Don't go, comrades. She's...
Enough! Aleph is up to the challenge. But don't worry, Yuknir. She will let Molag Bal know how helpful you be.
The weapon is ready, comrade. Take it from the anvil and follow us into battle.
Okay, off we go. Okay. Do 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 do.
Set it ablaze!
Almost forgot to loot. Whoops. Do 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 do. Hello. Lovely. Don't worry, he's just napping.
Just a moment. Aleph recognizes this set. Yes. These crystals control access to the room ahead. Comrade, focus on that first crystal. By the mace, it worked. Comrade, come to this crystal here. Merrick, you focus on the one by the door.
I've got it.
That's it! Merrick, you hold that beam. Aleph will use the last crystal to open the door. We are almost there. Just one more beam and we are through this door. Success! Let's go. Caesar colors must be close.
Do 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 do.
Feels like the old days, Aleph. Let's get this done.
You must stop Aleph before it's too late.
We know about Jofner.
You what? No, my god, I did. The anchors were a danger to everyone on Tamriel.
Talk to me,
What
Colors.
would you have me say? Yes, I
Who's
know.
Meridian?
A Daedric prince, an end to the
Decided
dark.
what to
I know
do.
your decision will be just.
Let's finish your quest and go.
Idiot! Must I do everything? In Mola Ball's name, die!
And Aleph shows her true colors.
By the Master's grace, I summon his bonds. May they power me with his wrath to crush my enemies. I can feel his power coursing through me. Minions of Molag Bal, hear my word and defeat the enemies of the mace.
One down.
The Master's will. Time to take care of myself.
A boon for my servant. Receive my power and destroy them. Aleph, you
fight your way home. You've done well, my. It has been an honor.
She intimidate comrade the count.
Comrade, Barrett carrying out truly. I see. Yet,
Okay, we're
you
just
do
gonna
not need to worry about
finish
Barrett.
that.
We have already reached our decision about him. It brings me some.
Observe the
colors.
justice. Oh, this
Present
takes
yourself to the
forever.
council.
Okay, so how are we doing
The
on
council
Reaper's
has
March?
decided we will honor the contract to fight the
I need
Daedra.
to do first
Meridia
stuff,
continues to provide
Moats of the
coin
Moonlight
for
and the
world
Den of
servants.
Lorcage.
But we cannot allow a murderer to remain guildmaster. I understand. We have decided to award you a new title, the Light of the Guild. You will
First
advise
off-
the new guildmaster in all matters relating to the Daedra for the rest of your days. Penance for the blood on your hands.
I think
Thank
there's
you, Countess.
one we have
I will
to
not
do.
let you down.
This
You are
one.
dismissed.
No, that's Partners in Crime.
Merrick, present yourself to the council.
Knowledge gained.
Merrick Adeswala, in light of your service to the Guild, in light of your sound judgment and brave heart, we cannot think of anyone more appropriate than you. You, Merrick, are to be the new Guildmaster of the Fighters Guild.
It will be your responsibility to oversee completion of the contract established by Seize All Colors.
Remain vigilant against the forces
What's the
of
other one I
Molag
have to
Bal.
do? The Den of Lorcage.
The guild is a shield, a bastion for the people of Timriel. Wear it well.
You've been quiet, Merrick. What do you have to say about all this?
Over
Thank
the
you,
edge.
Council. I accept this position with honor and grace. I swear to my ancestors, I will not let you down.
Now, Guildmaster, please see our friend out. We have much to discuss, and little time in which to plan.
Where is
Comrade.
Lorcage?
We wish you well in your travels, and look forward to our next encounter.
No.
Come, comrade. You can't do much good hiding in this forge. Let's get you back into the fight.
First step is there. Because I don't want to miss it again. To Moonmont, yeah. I don't see it. Hold on. I don't see it listed. Well, maybe it's just there? I don't know. We'll continue. Okay, now we just get out of here.
Who could have known we'd be
Okay. Return to Guildhall.
This great time, I am back. You are a true hero of the guild, comrade. You deserve nothing less. Comrade, I grow very
Nice. Okay. There we go. Backpack. What all did I get? I'll take it. I do need to hit a Thieves Guild. Sooner rather than later might be nice. Okay, the Thieves Guild. This way.
No, I understand. If you change your mind,
Book. Fence. Up here.
I try to keep my dealings with.
Okay, we're gonna sell that. And that. There we go. Do, 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 do. Let's stop by the bank and throw some stuff in there. Because I could clearly get rid of some space by doing that.
This one has many.
Bank. Deposit. Those. That. 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 It's character bound. Have anything else to deposit? I don't think so. No. Okay, this will be very good to have.
Fine goods at fair prices.
Let's take care of some. These. Clothier. Blacksmith. I don't remember where it was.
Only the finest wares here. Best prices guaranteed.
Over. Oh. By the forge. Where else would a blacksmith be? Do I have enough to upgrade my pack? Probably not. How much? No, I do not. Wasn't the alchemy guy in here? He was. Where was the jeweler? Up here? There we go. Do I have any of those to get rid of?
I have many fine goods.
Do, 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 do. Oh, we need to go to... We'll do that quest next. First I want to do the last quests. Nothing of interest, or I would have stolen it. Backpack? Nope. Hello, Blast.
Adept. Please, Adept.
Any books over here? No.
Ah, the ebb and swell of Magicka. How I missed this. We've done it. We're finally...
Okay, let's do the
I
island.
believe so. Holmes, attend me. Now, I reclaim what was taken from me. I, Vea, hear my call. Something is wrong. I sense. Adept, the lost. Follow me. Damn evil.
Okay, find him at the guild hall. There we go, got that. Let's go this way. You're in trouble.
Fascinating creatures, Daedra. Never thought I'd have the chance to study one of those up close.
Daedroth.
Just spotted another way varieties of Daedra is wrong.
This is not what we agreed to, mad god. Leave this place.
Careful, mage.
Really?
Remember who you're talking to.
Stream elements, you're drunk. Go home.
Our mortal friend has arrived. Be quiet now, Shally. Adults talking.
Okay, now we talk to Shalador.
Damn it.
Okay, now we go close the
Close
portals.
the portals. I will see this done.
This way will work.
So tired of the fighting. Why can't we all just talk? Always thought my combat spell work was theoretical. Fascinating creatures, Daedra.
Okay. One done.
Is there anything good about these things? Any light or hope? So many. So much pain and anger and death. Were we kidding ourselves? Can we ever truly be free of war?
Two down.
Well, that was a success. No more.
Now!
we go back up to the guild hall. Oops. Where is it? Oh, it's down there. Where? Over there. Other side of the bridge. Really? You had to make loot? Can't do it. Air, are you done yet? Ugh.
Thanks to you, I've put a... You can do this, Adept. You've proven yourself that you're up to this. Good luck.
I can hear him. I'm coming, Uncle Shale.
Bookshelf. Bookshelf.
Ah, my favorite mortal. Shalador finally figured out how to let you in. You're here to kick me out, I know. But you know, fighting isn't really my thing. Haskell?
Very good, sir. Have at you, Adept. We will now face each other in honorable combat. On your guard.
Haskell? Oh, the pigs, Haskell! Toss those huggable, squeezable piglets! Now you've gone and done it. I've never seen Haskell. All right, that's enough. Break it up, you two.
Got that one.
Are you going to relinquish the island to us or not?
All right, settle down. I'll just gather me things and go. Blast! Dearie, why don't you come over here?
Uncle Shale, are we going somewhere?
Yes, you're coming with me. Home to the Shivering Isles. Won't that be nice?
Mad God, stay back. The lost isn't yours to take.
Isn't she though? I can see it on her face. I can smell it in the air. She's crazy. Mad. A lunatic. All that time with Uncle Shale's stories, and she's got the urge to visit the Isles. My Shivering Isles.
I do. I want to go with Uncle Shale. He's got the butterflies. I love butterflies.
This is a conundrum. A big, choice. I tell you what, Morty. Why don't we let you decide? Should Velas stay, or come with me to the dear old Isles? In fact, let's sweeten the deal. You decide she stays, I'll cure her. That's right. Uncle Shale will make her sane again. Boring old Velast, whose only friends are books. Oh dear.
And if the adept decides she goes with you?
Well, as it happens, I have one more book here. I give it to you in exchange for Velast. It's called the Folium Discognitum.
Sheogorath, you bastard! You'd throw the folium back in my face after all these years!
Wrote it myself. It's a delightful little artifact. It imbues the reader with the knowledge of madmen. It's very powerful. Worth, 4 or 5 of those sky shard things you adventurers are always looking for. So, Velast stays and I cure her. Or, she goes with me and you, my little mortal, become much more powerful. Your choice.
Okay, we're going to send...
Admit it, you're surprised. Right!
the last.
I knew you'd take the book. Alright, here you go, mortal. Now don't go around saying Sheogorath cheats on it. The mortals decided to let Velast go with me. Velast, dearie, come on over. You're coming with Uncle Sheo.
Yay! The butterflies! I love to watch them flutter.
He's won again. Please don't take her, mad god.
No, don't worry, she's in good hands, and this is where I say my farewells. Mortal, nice working with you. Shalador, never change. Say goodbye, dearie.
Goodbye. I'll miss you.
Until next time, magelings.
I can't stay in here, Adept. Let us speak some more outside.
Ow. I do like Sheo, though.
Come here, Adept. You've done so much. I thought you were the guild's future. But I cannot ignore the choice. During my time on Tamriel, I developed a very useful... Just need a moment to prepare. This spell has proven very handy. Once saved my life when I came up against a rhyming spirit. She demanded every answer to her questions be answered with a couplet. There we go. I'm ready. Call it Shallot Shores. Then accept the gift of eidetic memory.
Nice. Okay, then the next quest I need to go to the harborage.
The heart of the guild.
So let's do that one. Why does it keep saying that my stream keeps dying? That's weird. Have you guys had trouble with the stream today? Because it says I've been live for 3 hours, but then Twitch stats says 18 minutes. I honestly don't know what to think. Okay, let's pick up this book. I think I have all of them. Okay, let's talk to Varys.
And so we've come for perhaps. It is in the mountain.
Okay. Talk to Sai Sahan. Over here.
The time has come for us to enter the catacombs.
It seems to be on Twitch's end because I literally have I have 0 drop frames.
Sankotor was a place of light. But I have
It's gotta be on Twitch's end.
It is written that we should avoid the crypt.
I mean, I have like an hour left-ish.
The portal is open. Go now. Return with the Amulet of Kings.
However, my warden is now max level, so yay! Okay, we're here. We need to go this way.
Could have hidden that amulet anywhere in Tamriel, and this was your first choice?
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Brilliant. Why is it that the people with the most ridiculous ideas are always the ones who are most certain of them?
Shut up,
Shut up, Tharn.
What brings you to Sancre-Tor, old friends? Looking for an amulet, perhaps?
Marco, how did you find this place?
Do you really think I'd allow you to escape the halls of torment if I couldn't track your every movement?
Sai, no! Menimarco, stop! You're killing him!
Where is the Amulet of Kings? My master, Molag Bal, demands it.
Your master, please. You would use the amulet to betray Molag Bal.
Fool! When I ascended, you could have been at my right hand, Tharn. Instead, you chose to align yourself with mongrels and imbeciles. Now, you'll die with them.
You won't get away with this. Do you really think you can betray a Daedric prince?
With the Amulet of Kings, all things are possible. Nations will tremble and bow before me. I will be a god!
The Amulet of Kings will never be yours. It is protected by a ward of the Divines!
You mean your ward of Stendar, god of merciful forbearance, patron of gutless, law-abiding dimwits? It won't even slow me down.
Menimarco again.
No, I didn't mean to talk to you.
Marco, we must make up.
Okay.
Sai,
let's go.
Are you well enough to continue?
Have no fear, Snow Lily. I am Redguard. We are like mountain bamboo. Far stronger and... Through that gate lies the Crypt of Heroes. We can enter if you wish, but it is a foul place.
Persistent, aren't you? Do you really think you can keep me from acquiring the amulet?
The Amulet of Kings is under the protection of Stendar's ward. It will never be yours.
Ah, Sai. You still don't understand, do you? My plan will succeed because of your ward of Stendar. It will prevent Molag Bal from observing or interfering. By the time the ward is down and the amulet is mine, it will already be too late.
You're insane if you think you can betray the god of schemes.
Naive child. You know nothing. Chim El Adabal, the red diamond at the center of the Amulet of Kings, is the most powerful soul gem ever created. With the amulet in my possession, I will absorb Molag Bal's power, reducing him to an empty husk of ethereal flesh. Then I will trap his essence within the gem. In time, the name Molag Bal will be forgotten,
In time, all of Tamriel will bow down before me. Soon, the god of schemes will have a new name. Manimarker.
Okay, now where do I go? That way.
Please, a moment, my friends. I must rest before we continue.
Sigh. Are you alright? That bastard really hurt you, didn't he? I swear to the gods I'll take his head off.
I'll be fine, Snow Lily. I just need a moment to catch my breath.
Take all the time you need. I'll keep watch. If there's anything I can do, just name it.
An enchanting moment. I'll be over here bringing up my lunch.
That's tea. We must come.
Okay. Onward.
The shrine is on the far side of the room. Quickly, we must find our way across.
I have a surprise for you, Sai. Do you remember your fallen comrades from the Dragon Guard? I've taken the liberty of raising them, and they're quite anxious to see you.
Again. Files on dead. I have no time sitting in the corpses of my old comrades of the Dragon Guard. We must consecrate the shrine.
Wait. I turned around and went the wrong way. Yeah. Talent. There we go. All right. There. Come on up here.
Stendarr, God of mercy, charity, and justice, empower us with your wisdom and vision. Help us to right the wrongs of this world through your grace and with your guidance. Encourage us as we smite the wicked and punish the unjust. Now, we have only to consecrate the second shrine before we can enter the vault.
Okay, so now we have to get out of here. Wait, did I go the wrong way? I did.
You certainly did a thorough job hiding the amulet, Sai. Couldn't you have just stuffed it in a mattress or something?
The second shrine is in the chamber beyond. There is a trick to reaching it.
Hey, Limbo. Look at you. Now you could get a sticker. Yeah, my mouse is acting up. It's double clicking when I single click, and most games don't deal well with it. Somehow ESO does just fine with it. So until my mouse gets here later this week, hopefully, I have a new one on order. And I could conceivably switch mice, but that would mean crawling behind my computer desk twice in 1 week. And I really don't want to do that because it still works. It just double clicks all the time. So, okay, so that does that. If I recall correctly, that does that. What does this one do? Okay, wait, do this one. Then this. Ta-da! All fixed. Or wait, do they have to be pulled the other way? Alright, go back down. You do these two. I did check that. I did clean it. I've also attempted to change the settings, like all of the ways that everything I think it's just the mouse is getting old and it's starting to be cantankerous. So I cleaned it. I tried changing settings. It just consistently, I have it, the settings I have it on means it does it as little as possible. Unfortunately, that still means it does it. And ESO seems to do okay with it, double clicking occasionally, because that's just the way the game works. But most games of the other ones that I do, not so much. Yeah, it's annoying, but at the same time, I get to get a new mouse. I get the new generation mouse that from the company that made this one, and it was on sale. And I also splurged and got a new mouse pad too that lights up, the edges of it light up RGB, and you can program it to do different colors based on what your what happens in your game. So yeah. Okay, now I just need to get out of here again, right? Yeah, so everything was on sale, so I managed to get, like, basically I got a free $40 mouse pad. Yeah, the mouse pad is super cool looking. The mouse is pretty cool too. It's also an RGB mouse. I looked up a whole bunch of documentation on it, and it's basically, I use it day in and day out, I can still do shell tours. That will be Thursday afternoon, I believe, with Janie. And if we need more time, we'll be doing it Saturday morning. Because you don't have to click to do shell tours. You just have to use the mouse as a pointer. So shell tours will still be going. That will be just fine. But until then, I probably will be doing mostly ESO and, well, shell tours. It's hard to build in Sims, but I can do this. I can do the tours.
You mean a crypt filled with the rotting corpses of inbred kings and failed statesmen? Must be what it's like.
Ignore the fact that the NPCs are just talking to themselves. I'm just running through this quest like really fast so I can get back to the stuff that I wanted to work on. Whee!
Your pathetic efforts will not succeed.
Blah, blah, blah. I've finished this quest so many times, it's like I'm tired of listening to it. However, I did get to max level today, so that's pretty awesome.
Through the power of the Amulet of Kings, I will be transformed.
No, you won't, buddy.
All the nations of Tamriel will bow before me. They will worship me and beg for my mercy. All will know the name of Manimarco as their one true god.
You'll never get
Well, if you could, yeah, that'd be a workout. No.
Try and stop me.
Okay, we have to defeat the undead. Really, really difficult, let me tell you. Excuse me, I do not want to be on fire. That one's down. How about you? Your turn. Hey, proverb. You over here, stop shooting at me. Okay, more guys. There we go. Now, we go get the amulet. Gained a champion point. Woohoo! Oops. Whatever.
There it is.
Open the door. Now.
The amulet. I can see it from here.
Manimarco has to be defeated first.
You are nothing. I am Manimarco.
Congratulations.
Manimarco occupied. I'll close the portal.
Minions, arise! Obey me!
Oh, where'd he go now? Up here.
Hold them at the portal. Focus on Manimarco.
Really?
I grow tired of these games.
boss
Do
down.
you really think that death can stop the most powerful necromancer Tamriel has ever known? This is merely a transition. My first step towards true immortality. Now witness my true power! Watch as I rise up from the grave and ascend to godhood!
You think you can betray the Lord of brutality and domination without consequence? You will pay for your arrogance. You will writhe in agony for the rest of eternity. Your tortured screams will echo throughout oblivion to serve as a warning to others.
I don't think he had a good day.
Everything Manimarco did was designed to pit us against each other.
Okay.
We can't let that happen. Look
That
what we
quest is
can
done.
accomplish when we work together.
Now we go back, turn the quest in, and then I can get back to work on the other stuff. Dun 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 dun. Backpack? Yes, yes, yes. Great, thanks.
It is done. I've not forgotten, Bester.
Okay. There we go. Now we go back to town.
The companions assemble once more. Travel to the harbor.
Fresh flavors.
Oh, I forgot to repair.
Fresh flavors.
Why do I always forget to repair? I really don't know. Okay, then we can go from here back to where I was questing. There we go. Okay, I have to go up here.
Welcome to the temple at Thrall, Moon Hallowed.
I've just come from Arenthia. The city is free, but the main...
This one knows Hallowed. Former main Akuzri is here. Preparations have begun. Your path to the Two Moons dance begins here and now. The champions are here. They awaited your arrival with great enthusiasm. Are you ready to join them within?
I am.
Excellent. The Queen, the Sylvanar, even the fallen light Akuzri is within. This one's superior, Kalzana Bijo, awaits you at the dais. Follow Hadamdo, Hallowed.
All right. Ooh. That one's empty. Anything else to loot? Nope, not really. I will talk to you in a second. Okay. urns. Because I don't pass by them. Okay, let's go to the other side because I think there's some over here. Somewhere. Okay. Got the one. That's fine. Alright, let's talk to the green lady.
I know that scent. Green keep you, my friend. The Sylvanar and I are well pleased that we could be here to support the Khajiiti people.
They aren't worried about the main's fall?
Oh no. My people are deeply divided. I believe this is one of the most vulnerable moments our fragile dominion has faced. King Camoran himself felt he had to remain in Valenwood, stay close to the people, keep them from worrying.
What do you think?
I've spoken with the champions, taken in their scent. They seem lean, strong, flexible, much like my Sylvanar. I fear they do not have the experience, the age that the main should have. But I'm willing to watch and wait and see.
Okay. Queen Iren, how about you?
My friend, it's good to see you again. I'm thrilled I could persuade Aselmo to trek out here. We need to support Akuzri and the champions. This is a vulnerable moment for our fragile new dominion.
Then the High Elves are worried about him?
Cautious might be a better word. Since the Dominion formed, there has been a great deal of political turmoil. The Old Guard in Oridon, resistance to King Camoran's rule, and now the spiritual leader of the Khajiit corrupted by a dark spirit.
What do you think?
I've known the Speaker and the Main for years and have every confidence in them. I've spoken to Shazar and Kali here in the temple, and I'm most impressed. The Somerset Isles will support elsewhere, come what may.
Okie dokie. Then let's just talk to you. Does any of these have anything in them? I don't think so.
Everyone has gathered for the ceremony, and now with your arrival, we are ready to begin.
What do I need to do?
The ceremony begins with consumption of the moon sugar elixir. This unique brew will make your mind more receptive to the touch of Joan and Jode.
What then?
We have prepared the temple for this unique trial. Never in recorded history have there been two candidates for the position of main. You will walk with each champion, meeting their guides and exploring their past.
There's never been two candidates at the same time before?
Never. The champions were born under a unique alignment of the stars and moons. All candidates are. But never, in all our history, have twins been born at the exact right time together. Eventually, after all, a decision will have to be made.
About what?
There cannot be two mains. Eventually, a decision will have to be made between Kali and Shazar. And as Moon Hallowed, you will be the one to make that decision.
What does this mean?
Every candidate that undergoes this ritual is met by a figure from their past. The trial path is meant to cleanse the candidate of doubt and regret. The guide aids in that process.
The elixir?
The moon sugar elixir is the gateway to the ritual. It allows you to open the doors of your mind. Bask in the light of the moons. The touch of Joan and Jode will permeate your senses.
Okie dokie.
Excellent. Let us begin. We have gathered here to usher the champions on to their next path. The trial path. These 3 cups contain moon sugar elixir, a sacred potion. They will allow the light of the moons into your souls. Champions, step forth and drink the elixir. This 3rd cup is for the Moon Hallowed, who will walk with the champions on their path. Hallowed, step forward and drink the elixir.
Okay, we're gonna talk to Kali first.
Ugh, that elixir. I can't get the taste off my tongue. Do you feel more enlightened? I just feel a little sick.
Do you feel ready to get started?
Yes, just a little nervous. Damned moon sugar roiling my stomach. It's this ceremony. Just irritating formality. Dull claws, let's get this over with. Ready?
If you are.
The sooner we're done with this, the better. Let's go.
This is a really fun storyline.
Colovians here? These bastards killed my mother. Let's take them out.
Ran out!
Okay. Now we go through here. Take out some more guys.
Move now! Advance! Split up!
Through the door. Just noticed my meal has gone away, so we will do that. And we continue.
Colovian bastards! Where are you? I know there are more of you. I can smell you. Come out and face me! What's going on here?
You draw your sword when you're frightened, Kali. Just like when you were a little girl.
Mother? Is that you?
Even as a cub, you were filled with such anger. After I died, that anger grew. Now, you laugh and curse in turn.
Mother, Meimu, we lost you so long ago. And you were gone so much. Why are you here?
I know, Kali. But you and Shazza had each other. A bond that transcends your rage. Now, face your past. Face my rage. Pray at the lunar shrines. Know what has come before. That you may face what lies ahead at Moonmont. Channel your passion, Kali. Protect your sister and our people. Become what you were born to be.
Wait! Don't go!
Captain, you have to pull back. There's too many of them.
Get my daughter out of here, Sergeant. I'll hold them off. Die, Colovian dogs! Is this all you've got, you bastards? Come at me!
Ha! They sent a house cat to fight their battles. Desperate failure.
Kali! Shazza! Be safe.
My mother. I can't believe it. Why?
What happened?
Mother was a great warrior, a commander. She led a squad in the campaign to retake Orcrest and Riverhold from the damned Colovians. That was almost 20 years ago.
Why was your mother leading the squad?
Mother was very well respected in our militia. She used to train the cubs from a young age in the use of claw and blade. Shazza used to sit and read after training, and we'd all take turns practicing tumbles and leaps. She was such a good teacher. Cities in elsewhere, to the east of Dune. When Shazza and I were young, the Colovians annexed most of the northern part of the province. They thought our people were too weak from the Nahatan flu to fight back.
The flu?
A terrible disease. It took many people from the face of Tamriel. Actually, we lost our father.
You ready to move on?
Kali is ready. Why? Do you need more time to rest? If I know anything about these spirit journeys, we will most likely face that general as our final test. And I am eager to put my blade into his side.
Lead on.
You killed my mother, you bastard!
You're weak, just like your mother. Your strength lacks strength. You bastards!
I'll be right over there. I'm just gonna loot. At least the urns. Whatever urns I can find, that is. Well, not those. Over here? Cool. There's a couple patterns. Over here? No. Nope. Do, 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 do. Okay.
My blade has tasted the blood of my mother's killer. I should feel happy, righteous. But I don't feel anything.
What do you mean?
The monks taught us that this cleansing would open old wounds, and I expected to feel triumph, victory, like any day in the field. But here, he was just another threat to put down. I think I understand what my mother was telling me.
What?
Who I fight is not the question I should ask. The question I should ask is, why do I fight? I fight to protect those I care for, and perhaps someday, those I lead. Thank you, Hallod. I could not have done this without you.
Okay, let's get out of here. Now we talk to Shaza and do her quest.
Kali, she does not look so well. What happened in there?
She'll want to talk to you about it herself.
Of course, you're right. I always worry Kali gets worked up too easily. But then, that's what pushes her to do amazing things.
You ready?
Yes, yes. We must be serious now, focused. I am ready. I've studied most of my life for what we begin today. Let's go.
Lead on.
That hut, this place, are those supposed to be Nahatan flu victims? This must be where I'm to meet my guide.
Shazza, my daughter. It's good to see you again.
Father?
You've become so adept with magic, my daughter. Your wisdom has far exceeded my own.
Father, you are my guide. Why are you here? What am I to learn from this cleansing?
My Shazza, always so eager to learn. Cub, you and your sister have a connection that transcends knowledge. Now, you must face my past. Pray at the lunar shrines. Learn from Kali, that you may face what lies ahead at Moonmont. Become what you were born to be.
Thank you for your wisdom, Father. Goodbye.
This disease. We've been here for weeks, and we still know nothing about it. If we can't understand how it spread, how can we treat it?
We've already lost Neen and Lanalor. If we don't leave Orcrest now, the whole team will succumb. The flu has ravaged the city, and the Colovians will be here in days. You have to get your daughter out of here.
Old friend, it's too late for me. Shazza is in your hands now. Get her home safely. I'll do what I can before the end. Shazza, please try to be brave. I'm sorry I won't be there for you and your sister, and I pray that the flu never reaches Dune. Look after our family, and remember always, your father loves you. Moons above.
My father? I should have known it would be one of our parents. Just like Main Zabeden show, 400 years ago.
What happened to him?
Father was sent to treat the Nahatan flu outbreak in Orcrest 17 years ago. The disease proved too potent, and he and his team died. I was there, as a cub.
The flu?
A disease, a mysterious illness that swept across the face of Tamriel. It is said that it was a punishment from the Argonians, a retribution for the dark deeds done against the race by the Dark Elves. But no one knows for sure.
It made zombies?
No, not at all. The creatures in these visions, I don't know. I don't. Wait, actually, it makes perfect sense. These visions are a part of me, as much as memories. I was terrified of plague victims. So many bodies.
Why was your father leading the team?
Father was the most talented alchemist in all of Dune. When we were young, clients would come from as far away as High Rock to consult him. I think the Main himself asked Father to tend the sick.
You ready?
I'm ready. I should warn you, though. We'll probably see more of those flu victim monsters in the next room. I was so frightened of them as a child. Get ready, and thank you.
Lead on.
My father's medical team? Dark moons. Those men and women worked with my father. Neen used to cook for us. She'd even stew vegetables when we asked nicely.
I'm sorry, Shazza.
No need for your sympathy, Hallowed. This is what my father meant. This is what he spoke of when he spoke of decisiveness. I need to move forward. No looking back.
Like your sister.
Yes, like Kali. I've spent so much of my life studying. So much spent examining texts, words. Action, though. Action is needed to be a true leader. Let's go, Hallowed.
You've done it, Hallowed. The champions have stepped onto their new path, and all that remains is to conclude the ritual.
What happens now?
The final step, the cleansing itself. Please, step back, Moon Hallowed. Your journey as champions is complete. The final cleansing begins. Relax your bodies. Calm your minds. Let the light of Joan and Jode
Probably
wash
bright
away
light
your
time.
doubts, your regrets. The cleansing is complete. Shazza and Kali have left the path of the lunar champions behind. The cleansing is complete. Moon Hallowed, step forward and speak to me. Thank you, Hallowed. You filled your role admirably, as hundreds of Moon Hallowed have done before you. You have the thanks of all who praise the bright moons.
You're welcome.
May Joan and Jode guard your steps and keep you safe in the trials to come. You and the champions, excuse me, the candidates, you must make for your next challenge. The moons tell me that your next destination has been revealed to you.
It has?
Yes. The moons tell me that the spirits of the past spoke of a temple, the holy temple of Moonmont. Its walls once sang of moonlight, and now drip with the corruption of the Dark Mane.
The Dark Mane's there. What do we do?
Hunt him down, Hallowed. Cleanse the temple. Restore the cool light of Joan and Jode. And always, stand beside the candidates. Shazza and Kali are counting on you.
We'll see it done.
May the bright moons light your path, Hallowed. You should know, there is an additional task you could undertake. It might improve your chances at Moonmont.
What's this task?
In times long past, the Moon Hallowed would often make use of a relic sacred to the Khajiit people. Today, it is just an old lump of metal, a bauble of bygone years. But it could come in useful in the trials ahead.
Where can I find it?
At a monastery known as Dogrin. It means warrior's grin in the tongue of my people. Dogrin lies to the southwest of Roka, west of the Iliad ruin called Dormar.
What is it?
It is called the Golden Claw. Its power and splendor was such that an entire clerical order surrounds it. They have pledged themselves to its safekeeping for many, many years.
Clerical order?
The Order of the Claw. Just one of the many organizations within the lunar clergy. Kazana Bijo belongs to the Broken Paw. We are less martial than many of the clerical orders. We prefer studious contemplation to open-clawed combat.
The Mane doesn't need it?
It is as this one said. The use of the relic has fallen out of favor in modern times. But it is still a powerful object. And this is a most unusual trial for our candidates. This one thought you might appreciate every advantage.
Thanks. Okay, quest complete. Let's head out of here. Alright. So I have all of the quests done in this area, except for the ones that I don't need to do. And I'm ready to start on the next area of the whole thing. Moonmont. This is where I'm going next, is this thing. However, it is also 5 o'clock. It's about time to raid out. So let me see who we can find. Let's see who's live. Do 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 do. Who do I want to go see? Janie or Coffee? I think we're going to go see Janie. And you have a wonderful afternoon, Smokey. Thank you for hanging out with me. We're going to do a quick raid message. And switching over to here. If you have time, feel free to raid with us. You don't have to stay, but we're going to go visit my good friend Rainy. And she is doing some Sims 4, it looks like. It was good to see all of you. I will be back online tomorrow with some more ESO at 1. And tonight's stream is canceled, so don't worry about that tonight. Tomorrow evening, I will be doing the ESO with Bruges. And cross your fingers that my mouse shows up sooner rather than later, so we can get back to normal schedule. But anyways, I will see you guys later. Everybody have a wonderful evening or time zone, wherever you're at. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.